What's up, my fellow gamers? How's it going? It's Steven here. Today I want to talk more about the gaming industry and two things that have happened. The first one is by Nintendo. Now, personally, I love Nintendo, but they made a mobile game everyone was excited for, and they announced about a year ago. They knew they were making a new Mario Kart game, and everyone was excited for it. But I knew it would fail, and first of all, I didn't even realize it was announced and released so early. So it announced and was released, I think, last week at the beginning of October. And I watched the video, and oh my gosh, the monetization on this was insane. First of all, it's just amazing how bad Nintendo screwed up on this and their greediness towards this app. Um, so they implemented a pay to win system, I guess you could say, where you can, yeah, it's basically where they added the whole game based around monetization, and I'll talk about another game later. But the whole idea of this is that you get the best carts, best items, the best characters, all through a pay to win system. And they added a microtransaction system, kind of like a subscription service, where it's $5 per month, and you have to pay for this. And it's literally the greediest thing I've ever seen. Where for Mario Kart, if any of you ever played that game, it's you have different speeds you can go at: 50cc, 100cc, 150cc. But the fastest speed you can go at is 200cc. And but in order to play that, and because it's more fun when you're going faster, is that you will have to pay the $5 to unlock this. Also, the items you get by picking up throughout the game in basic Mario Kart, when you start off with as a free user, you can only get one item. But as you play more and more, and if you pay, only if you pay, you can get 3 items, and that's kind of a pay-to-win system. The more items you have, the better chance of winning. You can knock people off the track, but it's just not right. And I feel like they created a system so bad, it's not even fair. And this is also involving like the most amount of loot boxes and stuff based around this free game. But also the other gripe I have with it is that is that you can't control your cart. And when you try to control your cart, it's only with one button. Like you can only touch the touchscreen. There was no gyrosphere. They didn't use the accelerometer within the iPhone to control your cart like you do any other racing game on the phone. You have to do a single touch. Also, you can't control the speed of the cart. So you can't really do much towards that. And I feel like this game Nintendo made, it's probably gonna make a lot of money because young kids love Mario Kart. They love feeling nostalgia. They love doing everything. But the only problem with this is that kids are wanting to get these items in this monetization system, and they're gonna make money off of it. But it's the slimiest move by Nintendo, because they don't, and also the game's not multiplayer, so you can't play with others. So it's just they did a slimy move compared to all their other AAA titles. But again, this is a mobile game. It's not going to make as much money, but it's still going to make some money. And Nintendo, I guess, is proud of that. And I don't like this move. And I like Nintendo, but again, I'm very skeptical towards the gaming industry, and I knew they would pull something off of this. So, that's my whole view on Nintendo right now. Basically, they created a game, pay to win system, mobile version of something, and it's bad. And another version of this, made by another company, another mobile game, is the Call of Duty franchise. That's a free game, but it's also a pay to win game. Basically, you have the best weapons and everything like that. I'll probably make a video later on once I have more information about that. But basically, it's kind of a rip-off version of Call of Duty on the phone. So hard to play, but you could check it out. But that's a story for another time. The next thing I want to talk about is the whole idea of Ubisoft. And they created another Ghost Recon game. And personally, I'm not a huge fan of the Ghost Recons. They're poorly optimized, in my opinion. They're just not a fun game. And I would love the game, but the thing is, I don't want to pay $60 for a game that's too big, poorly optimized, full of crashes. I'll get into that. That was on the last game too. I forgot what the last game was, but anyways, so the whole story is that Ubisoft announced a new Ghost Recon game called Ghost Recon Breakpoint, and again, I'm very skeptical towards the AAA gaming market. I knew there was something wrong with this game. Personally, I didn't even realize it was out till like a week later, and then I was finally figuring out, like, what? There's actually a Ghost Recon game? Interesting. So I kind of liked that, but the thing is that I knew they would have some sort of monetization game. Every AAA company does it nowadays. But the thing what's interesting about them is that they have a whole system where the whole thing is based around microtransactions, where you can literally buy everything from the start. I'm talking about weapons, XP, vehicles, camos, skins, emotes, you name it. Everything you can accomplish in the game and everything you can earn in the game, you can easily buy it straight out. So you can literally start off the game before you even hit start and play off the first level being like a level 300, owning the best vehicles, weapons, armor, everything like that before you even start the game. Therefore, you can have more fun in the game and enjoy it. Personally, I don't like this system. I like the whole idea that you can basically own everything at the start, but thing is, we're Americans. We barely can afford anything on a fixed budget nowadays. Now, unless someone's really rich and they play video games, yeah, they would buy everything from the start. But I don't like that system. I would like it where we can. It feels like a $40 bundle to buy everything. Yeah, I'm totally down. But this is literally every single element is so overpriced, you can't do it. It's just kind of like my rant I did about the casino items update and for GTA. But that's a different story. But it's a very similar situation. Is that you can literally buy everything, but it's very overpriced. And I don't like this move because it's very greedy of them to do it because people are going to do this either way. And I don't like them doing it this way. And so I have a big problem with that. And I feel like this isn't the way to go through this. So I feel like this isn't the right move. And I feel like Ubisoft pulled another fast one, and I don't like when they do that. So it's just, I have my very feelings upon this, and I think that it's very interesting that they have this system because this is a new system that I haven't seen before, but it's still a very pay-to-win system. And Ubisoft is the right company to do this. They've been greedy in the past, just like in their Assassin's Creed franchise, where you can pay $5 for a unicorn, and basically when you get that unicorn, it's just a horse or just a camel in the game, nothing too special. So I think that this is a very greedy system, and I don't like it. And I feel like people need to be aware of this, and it's just not right. And I feel like this is the direction the AAA industry has always been headed, and I've been trying to tell people this, even though no one watches my videos, but that's fine. It's basically where they try to scam you of everything, but the thing is, it's based on false hope. Everything you have of a game, you think it's going to be great, especially the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare game. Yeah, that's full of lies, and they're going to deceive you. And I feel like they're going to pull the same thing like they did with Black Ops 4. Thing is, the beta was amazing. I played it. It was a great beta, great gameplay, but the thing is, it's going to be a pay-to-win system when the game releases. It's not going to be fair. People can buy the best weapons, armor, skins, whatever they can, and they're going to be the best straight off. And it's going to be a chance of loot boxes too, which makes it even worse. But Activision has chosen their way, and people need to be aware, especially what they did last year with Black Ops 4. You have to be aware that they are going to pull a system where they are going to scam consumers from the beginning, but also add microtransactions later in the line. When people bought it, when the reviews have came out, they're just going to scam people, and they always trick people. That's what they always do. And I feel like the president needs to be aware of this, which I'm pretty sure he's aware, but I don't think he really cares. Because all they care, any other AAA company cares about, is making money. And the last thing I want to talk about that is that people say, like, yeah, they need to make money, but the thing is, yeah, a business need to make money. I get that, but they don't need to make a lot of money like EA, because they don't have a threshold. The threshold is that they don't care how much money they make. They don't care how they do it. They just see it as a product and they put it out there. And that's what's frustrating me, is that it's a business that means to make money, but here's the key thing. Listen very closely. These AAA companies do not care about the consumer, different from any other business. I get that there are businesses that out there to make money, like Microsoft and Apple, and the thing is, it depends on the company, and they need to leave a reputation of if they care about the consumer or not. Because if they care about the consumer, they would listen to them and fix the changes, or else they're going to lose a lot of money. And I feel like EA within the next couple of years is going to go out of business because no one's listening to them and no one's going to trust them because they're not doing anything right. They're just ignoring the people straight off, and that's what you shouldn't do. You should be honest and straightforward and be honest with the consumers, but the thing is, people need to wake up and understand this is never going to happen. It's never going to happen because they're never going to listen to the people, ever. They're just going to continue on with their merry lives and pretend nothing ever happened. And so, yeah, that's a message I want to send to people, especially with these mobile games and Breakpoint, is that they're just going to be broken. They're going to be full of lies, and they're full of monetization. And yeah, you don't have to buy monetization per se, but it's in there, and it's a temptation. And just being there is a bad sight, because all that shows that the company is always there for money, and they don't really care about the game. Especially with Breakpoint, where it's just such a broken game, full of bugs, glitches, hard crashes. It's barely unplayable because they didn't spend enough time fixing the game as they should. And I feel like a lot of YouTubers and streamers have been getting frustrated, and I'm like, really? You should have expected this day one, that never any game is going to be finished. And I'm going to make another video later, is that basically nothing is ever finished. And I need the people, I just want to keep reminding people, is that they need to wake up and realize this gaming industry is flawed. It's never going to be right. And they just need to understand that. And so that's basically my thoughts on the gaming industry, what's happening right now. I'll update you guys later on what's happening later, but basically this is what my thoughts are on the gaming industry, and I thought you guys should be aware as well, especially if you guys are a fan of Ubisoft and Nintendo. You have to be aware that these things are happening behind the lines, even if you don't realize it. Kind of like how exploitation of workers in various products we eat and drink. But yeah, I should probably stop rambling and let you guys do your business or whatever you need to do. Anyways, have a great day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.